Have you ever wondered what the secret to living a long, healthy life is? What if the answers are simpler than we think, and they're within your reach right now? In this video, we're uncovering 6 powerful habits that can add years to your life, and it doesn't require expensive supplements or extreme diets. Why should you keep watching? Because these secrets come straight from the wisdom of those who've lived long, vibrant lives, and they're not complicated. From simple daily walks that can cut your risk of heart disease in half, to the little changes in your diet that can stabilize your blood sugar without spending a fortune on supplements, these habits are easy to start, even today. You'll discover how regular sleep, managing stress, staying socially engaged, and maintaining independence can transform not just how long you live, but how well you live. These are proven methods to boost both physical and mental health, straight from the experiences of seniors who've mastered them. Stay with us until the end, and you'll learn how small, everyday choices can lead to a healthier, longer life, starting right now. If you are not subscribed, I recommend subscribing and activating the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. The first secret to longevity is walking. Imagine this. A modest 30 minutes of walking every day could not only improve your health, but it could also add a remarkable 10 years to your life. This life-altering habit was adopted by Mr. Kim Young-sik over 20 years ago, and it has proven to be the anchor of his health ever since. Reflecting on those early days, he shares, when I first started, I couldn't even walk for 5 minutes without my legs trembling, and my breath was shallow and strained. But I knew something had to change. I made the conscious decision not to give up. Every morning, I made it a point to step outside and walk, even if it was only a few steps in the alleyway in front of my house. At the time, his progress seemed slow and uncertain, but something incredible was happening beneath the surface. After a month of dedicated walking, he noticed the first signs of improvement as his blood pressure began to decrease. It wasn't dramatic, but it was enough to give him hope. By the 2-month mark, he saw even more profound changes. His blood sugar levels, which had once been unpredictable, began to stabilize. Today, after years of consistency, Mr. Kim walks 3 full laps around his local park every morning, exuding vitality and strength. His journey is a quiet testament to the extraordinary power of persistence and the undeniable impact of a simple, daily habit. You might find yourself asking, what's so special about walking? It's just a basic, everyday activity. It's easy to brush it off as insignificant, but consider this. Research from Seoul National University's College of Medicine has uncovered a life-changing truth. Seniors who make walking for just 30 minutes a part of their daily routine significantly reduce their risk of heart disease by 50%. But that's not all. Walking also lowers the risk of developing dementia by a remarkable 40%. These numbers are not just statistics. They represent the promise of a longer, more fulfilling life for those who choose to embrace this simple practice. Walking is far more than a cardiovascular booster. It's also one of the most effective, reliable methods for preventing sarcopenia, the muscle loss that naturally accompanies aging. Sarcopenia is often an unseen thief, slowly robbing the body of strength and agility, and making it more vulnerable to falls, fractures, and other debilitating conditions. Last year alone, more than 380,000 seniors over the age of 65 were hospitalized due to fractures. Yet those who incorporated walking into their daily lives experienced an 80% reduction in the risk of sarcopenia. It's as though walking acts as a shield against the ravages of age, preserving the very muscles that allow us to remain mobile and independent. For many, the thought of exercise can seem overwhelming, even intimidating. But it doesn't have to be a daunting task. You don't have to start with anything intense or complicated. Start with something simple and achievable. For instance, begin walking in place. While sitting and watching TV, stand up for just a moment and march in place. Even dedicating 30 seconds to this small action can set the stage for bigger changes. Slowly, steadily, your body will grow stronger, your endurance will improve, and your sense of well-being will blossom. And walking doesn't require you to race against the clock or push yourself to exhaustion. The key is to walk at a pace where you're slightly out of breath but can still comfortably hold a conversation. There's no need to rush. Walking should never feel like a competition. It should feel like a gift to your body, a moment of peace and care that you're giving to yourself. And if the weather doesn't cooperate, don't worry. There are still countless ways to incorporate walking into your day. You can walk in place in your living room, or march in the hallway. Even walking back and forth on your balcony can give you the same health benefits. No matter where you walk, each step you take brings you closer to better health. The story of Mrs. Park Soonja, a 95-year-old woman, serves as a profound example of the power of walking. "It's been 15 years since I began my daily morning walks," she says, her eyes sparkling with the wisdom of a life well lived. "In the beginning, it was a struggle just to step outside the front door. But these days, I hold my grandchild's hand and we stroll together in the park, my heart full of joy and gratitude. What once seemed impossible is now part of my daily life, and it's given me the strength to enjoy every moment." One of the most remarkable aspects of walking is its safety. It has no side effects. Unlike many medications, walking is completely natural and carries none of the risks that come with pharmaceutical treatments. It costs nothing, yet its rewards are priceless. According to studies from the U.S. National Institute on Aging and other respected health organizations, walking is an incredibly effective tool for lowering blood pressure. It's important to note that this doesn't mean you should stop taking any prescribed medications. Walking isn't a replacement for medical treatment, but rather a powerful complement. In fact, with regular walking, you may find that your medications become more effective, and there's even a possibility that your doctor might adjust your dosage over time, giving you hope for a future with even better health. Every day, seniors across the country are embracing the simple act of walking. Whether it's in their apartment complexes, through the park, or along village roads, they're choosing movement over stagnation. They're choosing life over inertia. At this very moment, as you read this, you have the opportunity to join them. Stand up from where you are, take a deep breath, and take just 3 steps. That's all it takes to begin. You've just taken the first step on your journey toward better health, increased vitality, and a future filled with possibilities. Walking may seem like a small thing, but in reality, it's one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself. Every step you take builds your future, strengthens your body, and offers the promise of a long, fulfilling life. So, take that first step today. You have everything to gain. The second secret to longevity is a proper diet. A truly healthy life doesn't begin with expensive health supplements or miracle pills. It starts with the humble foods that grace our dinner table each night. The foods we choose to nourish our bodies with hold the key to our vitality, and believe me, you don't need to break the bank on costly health foods to achieve lasting well-being. Consider the inspiring story of 84-year-old Mrs. Kim Soon-ai, whose journey is nothing short of transformative. 3 years ago, Mrs. Kim found herself battling skyrocketing blood sugar levels, soaring past the 300 mark, and desperately trying to keep up with a mountain of costly health supplements, which drained her savings at a rate of 500,000 won each month. But one day, her doctor, with a knowing smile, told her something that would change her entire outlook on health. He said, "Grandma, the money you're spending on supplements could be used to buy nourishing side dishes for an entire month. Couldn't it?" Those simple words struck her deeply, and from that moment, she made a bold decision. She stopped all her supplements and instead turned her focus toward eating simple, wholesome homemade meals. Miso soup made from traditional soybean paste, seasonal vegetable dishes, and other nourishing foods from the earth. Just 6 months later, something miraculous happened. Her blood sugar levels had dropped to the 120s, a stunning turnaround that left both her and her doctor amazed. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. So, what was Mrs. Kim's secret? It wasn't a costly remedy or a magic pill. It was a commitment to eating slowly and savoring the seasonal foods that nature provides. Eating slowly, with mindfulness and care, can make all the difference in maintaining stable blood sugar levels. The more you chew your food, the longer your body has to digest it properly, preventing the spikes that can lead to health issues. But the benefits don't stop there. Slower chewing increases blood flow to the brain, helping to sharpen memory, boost cognitive function, and enhance overall mental clarity. You might be thinking that preparing healthy meals requires strength or energy, something that only the young and vibrant possess. But let me reassure you, caring for your health through food doesn't need to be a strenuous task. There are easy steps anyone can take to create nourishing, balanced meals. Use a smaller rice bowl. A smaller portion naturally helps prevent overeating, yet still leaves you feeling satisfied and full. Follow the colorful side dish rule. Aim to include a variety of colors in your meals. Green spinach, red carrots, and yellow rolled eggs, for example. These vibrant vegetables provide a wealth of nutrients and make your plate not only beautiful but truly nourishing. Put down your spoon after each bite. This simple act of mindfulness, placing your spoon on the table and taking the time to chew your food thoroughly, can drastically improve digestion and help you truly savor each bite. While it may feel awkward at first, this small habit will soon become second nature and offer profound benefits to your health. There's a saying from a wise 97-year-old woman in a village known for its extraordinary longevity: health begins with the food we eat. Good foods serve as medicine, while bad foods sow the seeds of disease. Her words ring with deep truth. The food we consume truly holds the power to shape our well-being. And when it comes to the evening meal, the importance of simplicity cannot be overstated. After 7 p.m., focus on lighter, vegetable-based dishes that are easier to digest and help prepare your body for restful, rejuvenating sleep. Many of us are quick to reach for expensive supplements or the latest health trend, believing they hold the secret to longevity. But the truth is, we already have everything we need within reach. The simple ingredients in our fridge, things like kimchi and a humble bowl of miso soup, hold the ancient wisdom of our ancestors, passed down through generations. Traditional foods like Korean soybean paste, doenjang, are revered worldwide as some of the most potent longevity foods known to humanity. The time to start is now. Next time you sit down to eat, take a moment to savor the flavors before you. Put down your spoon after each bite, and chew your food slowly and mindfully. As you do, you'll not only enjoy your meal more, but you'll feel fuller and more satisfied. You're not just nourishing your body, you're honoring the time-tested wisdom that connects us to our ancestors and the land. The third secret to longevity is regular sleep. Sleep isn't just a reprieve from the exhaustion of daily life. It is a sacred cornerstone of our health and vitality. The quality of sleep we experience profoundly shapes the way our body ages, both physically and emotionally. It influences everything from our energy levels to the elasticity of our skin, from the strength of our immunity to the clarity of our minds. Many of us have heard or even spoken the lament, "I can't sleep well these days. No matter how much I sleep, I still wake up feeling drained." It's a cry for help that resonates with so many of us, especially as the years pass. Before turning to pills or prescriptions in desperation, let's take a moment to consider the simple, natural, and deeply effective remedies that may lie within our daily routines. Take Mr. Lee Chongdiok, a remarkable 78-year-old man whose life was once dictated by an unpredictable taxi driving schedule. For years, he struggled with insomnia, relying on sleeping pills just to get through the night. But 3 years ago, his life took a dramatic turn. "I thought I couldn't sleep without pills," he says, his voice carrying a weight of truth. "But now, it's different. I sleep soundly without any medication. When I wake up, I feel like a new person, light and renewed." What was the secret behind this incredible transformation? It was surprisingly simple, almost startling in its simplicity. Mr. Lee made a conscious decision to go to sleep and wake up at the same times every single day. This regularity became the key that unlocked restful nights and vibrant mornings. Science supports this change, too. Research from Monash University in Australia has shown that irregular sleep patterns are linked to a higher risk of cognitive decline and even dementia. Poor sleep quality can accelerate the aging process by up to 10 years, impacting our skin's elasticity, weakening our immune systems, and diminishing our overall health in ways we may not even realize. Many people assume that troubled sleep is simply a part of getting older. But that's not necessarily true. Take, for instance, a 95-year-old grandmother who defies these assumptions with every passing day. Each evening, as the clock strikes 8 p.m., she begins her evening ritual. She turns off all electronics, soaks her tired feet in warm water, and by 9 p.m., she's nestled into bed, ready for a peaceful night's rest. At first, sleep didn't come easily, but within a month, the routine became an unshakable habit. What can we learn from these examples? Here are a few steps to help guide your journey to better sleep. 1. Respect the golden hours. Between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m., our bodies naturally enter the deepest, most restorative sleep. This is when aging hormones decrease and growth hormones surge. Aim to be in bed during this prime window for profound rest. 2. Control your exposure to light. Light plays a pivotal role in regulating our internal clock. Make it a habit to spend at least 15 minutes in the morning sunlight to help reset your circadian rhythm. Come evening, avoid the harsh blue light from screens, smartphones and TVs, and instead, unwind in softer lighting. 3. Follow these 3 simple pre-sleep rules. Avoid caffeine after 2 p.m. This includes coffee, tea, and even green tea. Opt for a light dinner before 7 p.m. to support digestion and prepare your body for sleep. Limit screen time an hour before bed. Even if you're watching YouTube, consider focusing on audio-based content that doesn't involve staring at a screen. And if you still find yourself tossing and turning, there's a simple technique that can help calm your body and mind. The 4-7-8 breathing technique, recognized by Harvard Medical School. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 7 seconds, and exhale slowly for 8 seconds. This rhythmic pattern soothes the nervous system and encourages a deeper sense of relaxation. For those who find themselves dependent on sleeping pills, there is hope. Gradually reducing reliance on medication, with the guidance of a medical professional, can help your body restore its natural sleep patterns. Studies have shown that people who wake up at the same time each day, without the aid of pills, tend to live, on average, 5 years longer. This isn't about quick fixes or miracle cures. It's about embracing a lifestyle shift that prioritizes rest and routine. Every night, countless individuals are reclaiming their health through the sacred act of sleep. Some sip calming tea by the soft glow of the moonlight, while others soak their feet in warm water as they unwind from the day's demands. You too can begin this transformation tonight. Take a step toward the kind of rest that rejuvenates not just your body, but your soul. The 4th secret to longevity is stress management. In a world where the pace of life often overwhelms us, the weight of anxiety and worry can quietly erode our health. The connection between mental health and physical well-being is undeniable. Scientific research reveals a direct and intimate link between the two. But what happens when your body starts speaking to you through symptoms that seem to emerge out of nowhere? Many seniors, like the countless others who have walked this path, have experienced the disorienting sensation of their hearts racing, even when they are still. I feel anxious all the time, they say, as they battle invisible forces of worry. But what if these feelings are not simply a byproduct of aging? What if they signal something deeper, something that can be healed? Take the powerful story of 82-year-old Mr. Park Young-soo. His tale is one of transformation, an embodiment of how stress, when left unchecked, can take root and dominate the mind and body. A decade ago, Mr. Park lived in a near-constant state of fear. His visits to the hospital became a daily routine, plagued by heart palpitations, uncontrollable tremors, and cold sweats. Every test he underwent came back normal. The doctors could find no physical explanation for his suffering. In a last-ditch effort, the doctor suggested, perhaps it's stress. At first, Mr. Park was incredulous. Stress at my age, he thought. How could the weight of life's worries cause such havoc in an aging body? But the truth, backed by rigorous scientific studies, is far more sobering. Stress is not only a normal part of life, it is deeply intertwined with the onset of major diseases in older age. Those who manage stress, however, hold the power to extend their lives and live with vitality. So, what changed for Mr. Park? The answer is surprisingly simple yet profoundly effective. He adopted the practice of writing a mind journal each morning, just 3 short lines. 1 line to express gratitude, 1 to acknowledge his worries, and 1 to set a positive intention for the day. At first, I didn't know what to write, he admits. But with time, he learned to connect with his innermost thoughts and emotions. After just a few months, the tremors and palpitations began to subside. A life once overshadowed by prescription slips was now replaced by a humble journal, a tool for mental clarity and emotional release. The beauty of this practice is that anyone, no matter their age or circumstance, can begin right now. All you need is a simple pen and paper. Does that still sound daunting? Fear not. There are other ways to incorporate stress relief into your daily routine, each one just as effective, though perhaps easier to begin. Start with something as simple as a deep, 10-second breath. Research has shown that even a short pause to inhale deeply and exhale slowly can lower stress hormones in your body almost instantly. This small act creates a powerful shift in your nervous system, allowing you to regain control in moments of anxiety. Another effective method is to focus on a single blade of grass. It might sound strange, but pick a leaf in a nearby flower bed and observe it closely for 1 minute every day at the same time. With each glance, you will notice subtle changes. This is meditation in its simplest, most beautiful form. Allow yourself to be fully present, noticing what you might otherwise overlook. And then there's laughter. It may sound odd, but it works wonders. Stand in front of a mirror, look yourself in the eyes, and say ha 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 aloud. At first, it may feel forced, awkward even, but after just a minute, something magical happens. Your laughter becomes genuine. Laughter releases tension, reduces stress, and even boosts mood. It is, perhaps, one of the most natural and effective stress relievers known to humankind. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. There's a bit of wisdom shared by a 94-year-old grandmother that will stay with you. When something makes you angry, laugh 3 times. Once for yourself, once for the other person, and once for the world. What a gift this simple practice offers. A reminder that humor and lightness can break the chains of frustration and restore balance. Building your mental muscles is essential. Just as regular physical exercise strengthens the body, positive habits cultivate a resilient mind. Every night, before you drift into sleep, recall one joyful moment from the day. Perhaps the warmth of a shared meal, the delicate scent of a blooming flower outside your window, or the love of those closest to you. In the beginning, it may seem difficult to find anything worth remembering. But with time, you will be amazed at how your perspective shifts. The more you practice, the more you will find reasons to smile. The science is clear. Research from Harvard Medical School shows that the brain can undergo remarkable positive changes after just 3 months of consistent stress management. The pathways to a healthier, longer life are waiting for you, and the power to change your mental and physical health is in your hands, right now. All it takes is the willingness to begin. The 5th secret to longevity is active social engagement. Research has long shown that regular interaction with others can have transformative effects on both the body and mind. Yet, many seniors shy away from socializing, often retreating into the comfort of their homes. Time passes just fine watching TV. Do I need to meet people? At this age, making new friends just feels so awkward, they say, resigning themselves to isolation. But the truth is that the simple act of connecting with others, of engaging in meaningful conversations, holds the key to maintaining good health in our later years. Consider the inspiring story of 85-year-old Mrs. Kim Jong-ja, who 3 years ago was trapped in the suffocating grip of depression. For days, she would remain in silence, unable to summon the energy to speak. Her children lived far away, and the loneliness weighed heavily on her heart. The quiet of her days seemed unbearable, a constant reminder of the distance between her and the world. Then, a simple gesture of kindness changed everything. One morning, a neighbor approached her with an invitation. "We have a morning walking group in the neighborhood. Would you like to join us?" That invitation, so humble and unassuming, ignited a spark of hope that Mrs. Kim hadn't felt in years. At first, every step was a struggle, and she barely spoke a word. But gradually, as she walked alongside others, her heart began to open. With each passing day, her smile grew wider, and her words flowed more freely. Now, she's not just a participant in the group, she's become an integral part of it. After their walks, the group gathers to share coffee and conversation, her favorite part of the day. Through the simple act of connection, Mrs. Kim rediscovered joy, healing, and a renewed sense of belonging. But what if you're more introverted and hesitant to take that first step into social engagement? Don't worry, this journey doesn't require grand gestures or hours of conversation. The key is to create genuine, sincere interactions, even in the smallest of moments. It's about showing up, making the effort, and allowing the world to slowly come into focus. Here are some simple ways to begin. Start with a smile. Greet the first person you see each morning. Whether it's a convenience store clerk or the security guard at your apartment building, a simple good morning can be a doorway to connection. Keep a compliment journal. Take a moment each day to appreciate something about someone else. Perhaps it's the bus driver who waits for you when you're running late or a neighbor's thoughtful gesture. Acknowledging these moments of kindness will help foster a sense of connection. Try the 3-minute conversation rule. Commit to talking to someone for at least 3 minutes each day, whether it's about the weather, what they're wearing, or something simple. These small exchanges, shared between strangers or acquaintances, can nurture the spirit and keep the mind engaged. As one wise 98-year-old grandfather once said, "When I was young, I believed that silence was a virtue. Too many words could stir up trouble. But now, in my old age, I see the truth. As you grow older, conversation becomes vital. Exchanging words, sharing stories, fills the heart and keeps the mind strong. Indeed, research supports this, showing that seniors who engage in daily conversations can reduce their risk of dementia by 48%. Talking with others, whether by phone, video call, or face-to-face, stimulates the brain in ways that text-based communication simply cannot. The sound of a voice carries warmth, connection, and cognitive benefits that far surpass the limitations of reading messages. If the thought of starting a conversation with a stranger feels intimidating, don't be afraid to prepare. Consider creating question cards to carry with you. Write down a few simple questions like, "Where's your favorite place to go these days?" Or, "What was your childhood like?" These cards can act as a bridge, helping you navigate any social situation with ease. You can begin today. Open a window, feel the cool breeze, and step outside for a walk. Greet a neighbor as you go along your way. At first, it might feel a little awkward, but don't let that stop you. That small act of courage can be the beginning of a transformation. Remember, man is medicine. Healthy relationships are not just a comfort but a powerful, healing force in our lives. They nourish both the body and the mind, providing strength, support, and vitality that allows us to thrive in our later years. Embrace the power of connection, and let it be the best medicine you've ever had. The sixth secret to longevity is maintaining independence. Take, for instance, the inspiring example of 94-year-old Mr. Choi In-hwan. Each morning, as the world around him stirs, he rises at 6 a.m., a beacon of strength and discipline. He begins his day with gentle exercises, his body moving in harmony with the rhythms of nature. Then, with a sense of fulfillment that only comes from growing your food, he prepares his breakfast from the vegetables he lovingly tends in his garden. When people ask him the secret to his remarkable health and longevity, he humbly replies, "There's nothing special. I simply do what I can, and I never stop." His words echo the simple truth. The act of maintaining independence is, in itself, a powerful catalyst for a long life. Scientific studies have consistently shown that seniors who preserve their independence in everyday life are not only healthier but also enjoy longer lifespans. It is the quiet, steadfast resilience of those who continue to manage their lives that sets them apart. The resilience to keep going, even when age or illness tries to pull them back. Consider the journey of 92-year-old Mrs. Park Soon-hee, whose story is a testament to the unyielding strength of the human spirit. 5 years ago, she suffered a stroke that left one of her arms paralyzed. It was a devastating blow, one that many believed would forever tie her to the need for constant care. But Mrs. Park refused to surrender to helplessness. With each passing day, she repeated a mantra to herself, "I'll do what I can, no matter what." In the beginning, even the simple act of holding a spoon felt like an impossible task. But she never allowed herself to give up, not even for a moment. Slowly, through sheer determination and an unwavering belief in her strength, she regained her independence. Today, she actively peels fruit for her grandchildren, delighting in the joy of giving. Her story serves as a profound reminder that the pursuit of independence is not just about physical ability. It is about the will to thrive, no matter the obstacle. You can begin this journey toward independence today, with small, intentional steps. Start by adopting the one thing principle. Each day, commit to doing one task on your own, whether it's folding a blanket, wiping the table, or watering the plants. Over time, these small acts will build into something far greater, a strong foundation of self-reliance. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 3 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Another way to fuel your independence is by creating a challenge calendar. Each month, take on a new task or learn a new skill. This month, learn to take photos with your smartphone, and next month, challenge yourself to grow a small potted plant. The act of continuously learning and growing is what will keep your mind sharp and your spirit young. Find your role in the world. Look for ways you can contribute to your family or your community. Perhaps it's helping a grandchild with homework, offering to receive a delivery for a neighbor, or volunteering at a local shelter. Your contributions, no matter how small they seem, will fill you with a sense of purpose that enriches both your life and the lives of those around you. A wise grandfather, who lived to be 100, once said, "A person doesn't wear out from being used. they rust from not being used. This profound statement applies not only to the body but to the mind as well. The more you use your abilities, whether physical, emotional, or intellectual, the stronger they become. Each time you challenge yourself to grow, you nourish your sense of self-worth and preserve the vitality that is so essential to longevity. It's crucial to experience small successes, to witness your progress, and to savor those moments when you realize how much you've grown. These small victories add up, creating a life that is richer, fuller, and more meaningful. Take Mrs. Kim Ok-soon, who at 95, learned how to use a smartphone. At first, the mere idea of turning the phone on was confusing. But with perseverance, she pushed through the obstacles. Today, she enjoys video calls with her grandchildren, exchanging photos, and reveling in her newfound connection to the world. The pride she feels in her accomplishments is immeasurable, and it is a testament to the fact that age is merely a number, not a barrier. It is never too late to embark on a new journey, no matter your age. Across the world, seniors are embracing new challenges. Learning to paint, writing poetry, volunteering, and discovering roles they never imagined for themselves. The possibilities are endless, and the adventure of growth is always available to you. Start small. Find something you can do today, and begin. Whether it's learning something new, taking on a simple task, or offering a helping hand to someone in need, these seemingly small actions are the very things that can lead to a life brimming with vitality and joy. Let's recap the 6 secrets to living a long, healthy life. Mr. Kim took daily walks to restore his health. Another grandmother transformed her life by adjusting her diet, and Mr. Lee rejuvenated his vitality through regular sleep. The key to their success was that they didn't wait for the perfect moment. They didn't fall victim to thoughts like, "It's too late for me," or "I'm too old." Instead, they took action, today, right now. A healthy life doesn't begin with dramatic, sweeping changes. It starts with small, meaningful habits. A 3-minute walk, chewing your food thoroughly, going to bed at the same time each night, greeting your neighbors, and finding those simple tasks that you can still do. When these habits accumulate, they transform your life in ways you never thought possible. As we reflect on the 6 secrets to living a longer, healthier life, it's clear that independence, small daily habits, and a relentless commitment to personal growth are essential to thriving in our later years. So, what have you learned from these inspiring stories and practical tips? How will you apply these lessons to your own life? I'd love to hear from you. Please share in the comments one thing you've learned today that you're excited to start practicing in your own life. Whether it's making time for small tasks, trying something new, or embracing the power of independence, your journey to a healthier, more fulfilling life starts with one small step. If you enjoyed this video, please leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more valuable insights and tips. Your support helps us continue to share wisdom and inspiration with others. Thank you for watching.